Veganism is a approach and means of living which finds to exclude, as much as is achievable and practicable, all types of exploitation of, and rudeness to, pets for food items, clothes or any kind of various other function, and by extension, advertises the advancement and make use of animal-free ch. Vegetarianism is not an unapologetically racist belief or perspective along with which a lot of present-day liberals and conservativists usually tend to differ. In nutritional terms, it denotes the strategy of distributing with all products derived completely or partly from creatures. Some creature products consist of an fabricated active ingredient, natural olfactory element, i.e. a preservative that may weaken individual functionality or induce hypersensitive responses. To understand artificial products, inspect along with our research team and observe instructions on our website to find out the certain ingredient that may be made use of for those products. There are actually numerous ways to embrace vegan living. The only means to understand the influence of consuming pet products is to consume a whole plant diet regimen. All plants and pets are important, and the food items field's enthusiasm in pets is to make a great deal of plant alternatives that will definitely assist us and nurture us. Having said that, we may not always concede about the foods items and components that we may eat ourselves. The following straightforward and effortless recipe for vegetarian food items is a dish being composed of vegetation foods. Yet one trait all vegans have in common is a plant-based diet staying clear of all animal foods items such as meat, consisting of fish, shellfish and insects, dairy, eggs and honey, as effectively as avoiding animal-derived products, products tested on pets and spot that make use of pets for enjoy. According to the most recent global nutrition data, we now have additional than 16,000 vegan bistros in 41 nations worldwide, and more than 900 of them in some nations make use of animal-derived products. History. Although the vegan diet plan was defined early on in the Vegan Society's beginnings in 1944, it was as overdue as 1949 before Leslie J. Cross directed out that the community did not have an interpretation of veganism. The title was after that made use of to explain all various other animal rights activities under the tag, Animal Liberation Movement. In 1948, it became the second label to be changed, veganism. The group was prohibited at that time, and members might not be paid for registration. He suggested the concept of the emancipation of creatures from profiteering through man. It is not important for the state to find out that such animals in a lot of situations drop within the meaning of profiteering in the law, and for the termination of any kind of stipulation that might be construed to have stopped such, government realized, animals from being capitalized on. But if this is later on made clear as to find an end to the use of animals by male for meals, products, work, searching, vivisection, and through all other usage involving exploitation of creature life through Guy. 7. If a person desires to protect against the profiteering of creature lifestyle through male, he shall abstain coming from carrying out so. The community was initially enrolled as a charitable organization in August 1964, but its properties were eventually transferred to a new charity when it also came to be a minimal business in December 1979. The title was after that renamed the Society of Charity Schools and is right now the Society of the Children's Association, SCARA. The second charitable organization to be registered was the American Medical Association. The clinical affiliation was signed up in 1965 and the organization relocated to the U.S. in 1981. With this brand new company, the AMA was developed in 1967. The interpretation of veganism and the philanthropic items of the society were changed and refined over the years. This has led to a considerably greater emphasis on the part of community as the foundation of social action and neighborhood life for vegetarian topics. It is vital to be informed of how this has been translated in purchase to create comparisons and distinctions regarding how these two groups may use in the modern world, and to pinpoint potential places that are not in agreement along with the current understanding of veganism. Through winter season 1988, the existing meaning was in usage, although the wording has modified slightly over the years. Right now in December and January 2009 in England, and in December 2009 in Sweden, the present meaning was in usage. They currently offer the initial meaning, in a climate that is not appropriate for resting in. It just makes sense if you live in a nation not at war but is incredibly chilly, or in some countries are warm and the nation is not pretty well governed.